Most men think attraction is obvious, but here's the shocking truth. The biggest signs a woman likes you are almost always the ones she hides. That's right. While you're busy overthinking, she's secretly dropping proofs, evidences, and little subconscious tricks that you've probably ignored your whole life. And if you keep missing them, you'll keep getting rejected, replaced, or worse, watch her fall for another man while you wonder what went wrong. This video isn't about generic advice or fake pickup lines. It's about real psychology, the secrets women never say out loud, and the reason she'll always test you instead of admitting her desire directly. I'm going to show you the hidden signs she is interested, how to read her, subconscious reactions, and the exact psychological seduction techniques that make her chase you, think about you all the time, and even question her commitment to anyone else. So let me ask you, have you ever been around a woman who acted distant, but deep down you felt there was attraction? Have you been confused by her hot and cold behavior, her questions, her little eyes, the way she seems to betray her words with her actions? If you've ever wanted the secrets on how to be irresistible, how to create instant desire, and how to finally attract the right woman without being cheated on, ignored, or replaced, then stop what you're doing and pay attention. Because what you're about to learn is the difference between losing another chance or finally winning the kind of love and relationship you deserve. There is something fascinating about the way desire refuses to remain completely hidden, no matter how much someone tries to disguise it. A woman may tell herself she is in control, that her feelings are locked behind a polite smile, but her body, her energy, her smallest actions betray her. Attraction is like a fire behind glass. You might not see He thirsts to flames directly, but the warmth still radiates outward. And if you know how to notice the signs, you will feel it even before she says a single word. That is why men who understand women on a deeper level never wait for obvious confessions. They read the subtle hints, they catch the little details, and they move with confidence because they know that seduction happens in silence long before it explodes in words. Think about this. When she's around you, her behavior is never the same as it is with everyone else. She laughs at things that aren't even that funny. She positions herself in a way that keeps you within her frame. And sometimes she interrupts herself just to check if you're still paying attention. These are not random behaviors. They are unconscious invitations. Most men ignore them, thinking it's just friendliness or politeness. But a man who sharpens his perception realizes that the hidden language of attraction is stronger than any spoken sentence. Women are masters of disguise, but desire has cracks, and those cracks are where truth leaks through. And here's the real secret. She actually wants you to notice even while pretending she doesn't. That contradiction is part of the game. She hides because she fears judgment, rejection, or losing her sense of control. But at the same time, she gives away clues because the thrill of seduction is built on being discovered. This paradox makes attraction magnetic. You sense what is unspoken, you feel what is denied, and suddenly the tension becomes irresistible. If you've ever wondered why certain men seem to make women chase them without effort, it's because they've mastered this delicate balance of reading signals without exposing them too bluntly. They notice, they respond, but they never call it out directly. They let her play the role of mystery while silently pulling her deeper into the game. Picture this scenario. She enters a room full of people, but when she talks, her eyes keep circling back to you. She may pretend she's scanning the environment, but her gaze always lingers a second too long on your face. She may look away quickly as if catching herself, yet the glance repeats again and again. And the beauty is once you become aware of these cues, you stop chasing women with words and start guiding them with presence. That shift alone transforms the dynamic, making her the one who feels pulled toward you. It's also in her nervous little gestures, the the way she tucks her hair behind her ear when you're close, how she adjusts her clothes as if preparing to be looked at, or even how her voice softens slightly when she addresses you compared to others. None of these things are random. They are her unconscious body aligning with her attraction, revealing emotions she might never dare to say aloud. This is the territory of psychological seduction. To recognize the invisible threads she is throwing your way, to let them wrap around you without forcing, and to make her feel that you saw through her disguise while still respecting her need to pretend. But here's where most men go wrong. They either ignore the signs completely, losing the opportunity, or they expose them too directly, making her retreat. The art lies in staying balanced, acknowledging her energy without ruining the game. For example, if she lingers near you, don't say, "I know you like me." Instead, hold her gaze for a moment, longer than usual. Smile in a way that suggests you understand more than you're admitting, and then shift the conversation to something playful. That combination of recognition and restraint makes her curiosity grow because now she feels seen without being exposed. Women find that intoxicating and understand this truth. Desire thrives on mystery. If everything is put on the table too soon, the magic dissolves. That's why she hides, because in her, hiding the tension grows. Your job is not to force her to confess, but to let her reveal herself piece by piece. Each subtle clue is a breadcrumb, and when you follow them with patience and confidence, you create an atmosphere where she begins to chase you, not the other way around. She will test to see if you really noticed. She will push and pull with her attention. And in that playful dance, attraction becomes irresistible. Attraction at its core is not about what is said, it's about what is almost said, about the gaps between words, about the little betrayals of the body that reveal the truth. That is where seduction lives. And once you start to master this invisible language, you will never see women the same way again. You will realize that every room you enter is full of hidden signals, that every conversation contains layers of meaning, and that women are constantly communicating their desire in ways most men never catch. When you learn to see what is hidden, you stop being just another man in the crowd. You become the man she cannot ignore, the one who discovered her secret without her ever telling it. When a woman feels a deep attraction but refuses to admit it, her behavior becomes a fascinating puzzle of contradictions. She may act cold, distant, even dismissive, but her subconscious body language will betray her every time. This is where men either fail or succeed. Most men only listen to her words, and that's the mistake that gets them ignored, rejected, or replaced by another man who understands the psychology behind these mixed signs. If you've ever asked yourself why she says, "I'm not interested," but still lingers around, laughs at your jokes, or gets jealous when you mention another girl, then you've already witnessed the proofs and evidences of hidden desire. The trick is knowing how to read them. One of the strongest signs she is interested but won't admit it is her subtle tests. These little challenges are not random. They are psychological seduction techniques women use. Instinctively to filter out weak men, she may delay answering your text, act like she's too busy, or even throw out tricky questions about other women in your life. This isn't rejection, it's a test. She wants to see if you'll crumble, chase harder, or maintain your frame like a millionaire man who knows his value. If you fail, she feels safe rejecting you. If you pass, her desire grows because she subconsciously recognizes your strength and confidence. But here's the secret few men understand. When she pretends not to care, she's often protecting herself from her own emotions. Women fear being vulnerable, being cheated on, or falling for the wrong man. That's why she hides her attraction behind walls of indifference, sarcasm, or even fake disinterest. Maybe she touched her arm, maybe she leaned in closer, maybe she laughed in a way that felt personal, and then suddenly she turned cold. That hot and cold rhythm is not confusion, it's a strategy. She's creating emotional tension because tension fuels desire. It's one of the most powerful psychological seduction techniques. And if you react by chasing, begging, or demanding clarity, you fail her test. But if you stay calm, confident, and let her come back on her own, you pass. And that's when her attraction explodes. Another hidden sign comes from her: jealousy, even if she'll never admit it. A woman who feels nothing won't care about what you do, but if she suddenly grows quiet when you mention another girl or throws in a sarcastic comment when she sees you smiling at someone else, that's no tea indifference. It's proof of her emotional investment. She might even use reverse tricks like bringing up other men or talking about how much fun she had without you. Don't fall for the fake narrative. Those are lies designed to spark your reaction to see if you'll reveal your own interest or if you're the kind of man who won't be easily manipulated. And here's where men need to understand a crucial lesson. Never reward bad behavior, but always reward genuine connection. If a woman tries to play games, remain unshaken if she offers real warmth. Meet it with masculine steadiness. That balance shows her subconscious that you're not the type to be controlled by tricks or lies, and that makes you deeply attractive. It tells her you're the man who won't be easily replaced, the man she can actually feel safe, desiring, and maybe even committing to. There's also the way she communicates indirectly. A woman interested in you but too proud to admit it will often slip hidden secrets into conversations. She'll mention her past relationships, not because she wants to bore you with stories, but to drop hints about what hurt her, what she fears, and what she craves. If she talks about infidelity, cheating, or being betrayed, she's revealing the reasons she guards her heart. If she asks you subtle questions about loyalty, trust, or what you look for in a relationship, she's not just curious. She's evaluating whether you fit the role of the man she secretly wants but won't confess to. This is where you must use psychology wisely. Don't overshare. Don't fall into the trap of proving yourself like every other desperate guy. Instead, reveal little pieces of who you are in a way that makes her desire to know more. This is how you mess with her subconscious. You give just enough to spark her curiosity, but not enough to satisfy it. That's how you make her think about you all the time, how you create instant attraction, and how you position yourself as irresistible without saying a word. Here's the paradox. The more you try to convince her you're worth it, the less attractive you become. The more you allow her to discover you through her own tests, the stronger her feelings grow. Women don't want everything handed to them. They want to feel the thrill of uncovering the secrets, the excitement of chasing the man who doesn't need their validation. That's why the strongest proofs of our interest are often disguised as disinterest. She wants you to decode her signals, not beg for clarity. So, if you've ever been confused by a girl who sends mixed signs, understand this. She's not random. She's not crazy, she's not heartless, she's strategic. She's using the oldest psychological tricks in the book, sometimes consciously, but often from her own subconscious need for protection. And if you can master the ability to see through those patterns, you'll never again be left wondering whether she likes you. You'll know, you'll have the evidence, you'll see the reasons behind her games. And most importantly, you'll stop being the man who gets cheated on, ignored, or replaced, and become the one she can't stop thinking about, the one she feels undeniable desire for, the one she secretly loves but won't yet say out loud. The moment you finally understand that a woman's attraction is rarely shown in obvious ways, you begin to see the world differently. Suddenly, the little details that once seemed meaningless become proofs and evidences of her hidden desire. Others swing to the opposite extreme, acting too cold, too detached, as if playing endless games of indifference. That doesn't work either. The truth is, psychology teaches us that attraction thrives on balance. A man who is steady, who knows his value, like a millionaire, who never begs for attention, becomes irresistible. He doesn't need to chase because he knows the power of patience. He doesn't need to fear being ignored or rejected because he understands that her tests are not rejection, they're gateways to deeper connection if passed correctly. So how do you pass? The secret is simple but not easy. Never lose your frame. When she pulls away, don't chase. When she creates tension, don't collapse under it. When she throws in jealousy tricks or questions about your loyalty, answer with calm certainty, not defensiveness. Remember, her subconscious is watching every reaction, measuring whether you are the kind of man who can handle her storm. If you panic, she will replace you. If you remain grounded, she will feel a pull she can't explain. A magnetic desire that grows stronger the more you refuse to be shaken. Another powerful sign she is interested but won't admit is the way she creates situations where you must prove leadership without realizing it. She may forget to make a decision, she may throw out a vague plan, or she may subtly push responsibility onto you. These are not coincidences. There are psychological seduction techniques designed to reveal whether you can step up as the man she secretly wants. If you hesitate, she labels you weak. If you lead, she feels the rush of attraction that she will never openly confess, but will always respond to emotionally. This is how to awaken her desire without a single word about feelings. Think back on your past experiences. Have you ever had a woman who seemed to get angry over nothing, who accused you of things you didn't do, or who seemed almost eager to start a fight? Most men make the mistake of arguing back or trying to explain themselves endlessly. But those heated moments are not always about infidelity, cheating, or betrayal. They're often hidden tests. She wants to see if you'll break under pressure, if you'll betray your own strength, or if you'll stay calm while she burns with emotion. Passing these tests isn't about being perfect, it's about never abandoning your center. That's what makes you the man she can't ignore, the one she compares every other man against, the one she fears losing. And yes, there will be times when her behavior seems cruel, fake, or unfair. She may lie about not caring, she may fake disinterest, she may act like she's ready to replace you, but the deeper truth is this. No woman invests that much energy into a man she feels nothing for. Indifference is silent. Passion, even disguised as anger, sarcasm, or games, is still passion. The proof of her feelings is in the intensity of her contradictions. And if you can stop taking it personally, if you can see through the smoke to the fire beneath, you'll recognize the love she's trying to hide. The reward for mastering this is enormous. Imagine being the man who doesn't get played, who doesn't get cheated on, who doesn't waste years chasing women who ignore him. Imagine being the man who women always remember, the one they dream about even when they try to move on. That is the power of understanding these signs, of knowing the secrets of feminine psychology. You stop asking, "Does she like me?" and start recognizing the evidences she can erase. You stop begging for commitment and start inspiring it effort. Leslie, you stop being the guy who is replaced and start being the guy who never leaves her mind. So, let me leave you with this. If you want to know how to conquer a woman, if you want to learn how to make her chase, if you want to understand how to awaken desire and create instant attraction, you must stop reacting to what she says and start watching what she does. Have you noticed how some men seem to naturally attract women without effort, while others are stuck in doubt and fear? I put together something that can change that completely. It's a complete guide with practical strategies that can transform your way of connecting and help you build genuine connections. Check the first pin comment. It's worth a look. If you've uncovered these powerful secrets and want to go even further, here's another revealing video you can't afford to miss. Watch it to discover the subtle ways women reveal their true intentions and learn how to protect yourself. Because the more you understand, the more control you'll have over your love life